Okay, scholars, this is a long lesson. It's because they pull it in the middle of a chapter where we're all talking about polygons and triangles, and all of a sudden, bam, we throw you circles, and we have to do like 3 days worth of circle lessons into one, so we can calculate a couple of these concepts, because they want you to keep going with area, but we have to know a couple definitions. So we're going to start talking about circles finally. And the first thing that I think is really going to be important for you to know, and I'm seeing if I can find a highlighter here to make sure I highlight carefully, is the definition of a circle. Now, this is kind of common sense. It says a circle is the set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point. Okay? So basically, let's be in a plane here. I have a point here. I want all the points in the plane the same distance away. Well, what shape would that have to be? A circle, exactly. What do we call that point smack dab in the middle? That's right, the center. And you might think that's like a silly definition, but it's just an easy definition for us to get down. I want to make sure that you guys all have that memorized. And don't forget what the center is also. So really, the most important thing about a circle is where its center and its length of its radius. And you guys need to remember what a radius is. So we'll talk about that a little bit more, but it's not as big of a deal. So, like for instance, if you have a circle, you name it by its center point. So like right here, I'm going to call that one, and I love this symbol, a circle with a dot in the middle is a circle. Go figure, we're so unoriginal in geometry when it comes to symbols, okay? So we call it circle C. So that would be here, we'd call this circle C. Or I love the symbol, circle C. So if I look at this diagram below, what's my center point called? That's right, that's called B. So that would be called circle B. Now, not OB, this is circle B, okay? So we want to keep that in the same. Also, a couple other things. Don't forget that you have a radius, okay? And all the radii of a circle are going to be congruent. That doesn't, and don't we ever to get that out of the way. And we also need to remember what diameter is. It's just the segment that goes all the way through the center. A few other things we need to know. We need to know the interior of a circle is everything inside it, okay? So here's your interior. Everything on the outside is your exterior. I mean, ooh, real original, I know. But kind of common sense again. We also have what's called a central angle. Is this something familiar from the other day with regular polygons? Yeah, because we have a central angle, and this is huge because we're going to refer to it a lot. A central angle is just an angle whose vertex is the center of a circle. And really it means two radii together. So this right here is your central angle, okay? So we'd call angle CBA, and your vertex, you notice, is the center, okay? Is your central angle. So that'd be angle CBA. Make sure you have that. Now, a circle all the way around is without end, but could I like take portions out? Right. That broken part, or it has a beginning and an end, is called an arc, okay? And the arc has two endpoints. It's kind of like if you took my ring, right here, my wedding ring, and you sliced it out to make it, took a piece out to push it together to make it smaller or larger. It's that little piece that would come out, or like part of the crust, basically, of a slice of pizza a little bit, that kind of type of thinking. So we have what's called an arc. And an arc is just that, the shape of an arc, a portion of a circle. So that would be your arc. It has to have two endpoints, and it's everything in between. And you name it by the endpoints. So that would be arc, and look at the symbol above it. Arc, AC. Huh, we have line segments have a line segment over the top. An arc has, ooh, an arc over the top of it. So exciting. So we got to make sure that we have that down. Some other terminology you need to know. How are circles congruent? Congruent circles, okay, are circles with congruent radii. That means these have to be the same, okay? Otherwise, they're not going to be the same shape. So, for instance, if they both have a radius of 4, they're both congruent. We have what are called concentric circles. Think targets. They all share the same center. So concentric circles, I'm not getting that to be very spelling worthy, so I'm going to rewrite it up here because it's driving me nuts. All right, concentric circles are circles that lie in the same plane and have the same center. So both of these, I can't call them both circle A because they both have the same center, but you'd say the smaller circle A and a bigger circle A, something like that. That would help us out. But that's the definition of concentric circles. Oh, and I wanted to make sure I marked the arc so you know which one that was. Right here's your arc. Now, before I go on, do you guys agree with me that this would also be an arc? It is. In fact, we're going to talk about the different types of arcs on the very next page. So, let's go to the next page.